Okay, so y'all, a lot of people been wanting me to talk about domestic violence. So I want to give y'all this thought. Because a lot of people be like, oh, people in domestic violence, they always want to stay until it's too late. No, they don't. They don't stay until it's too late. Domestic violence is a cycle. Okay, it's a cycle. 9 out of 10 people that commit domestic violence against people can be your friend, they could be your spouse, they could be an absolute stranger. Domestic violence is not just what has been dubbed as domestic violence. For instance, some dude beating on his girl, or some girl beating on her dude, or some girl beating on her girl, or some guy beating on his guy. Domestic violence is any person putting their hands on another person in a violent way, or making any type of a real attack on a person. That's domestic violence. Okay, so it's a cycle, and people who commit domestic violence with intent, meaning these are people who actually are predators. They look for people that they believe either won't do nothing or are in a high status to where if they did something, they think they're gonna catch a lawsuit, or they think nobody ain't gonna do nothing, or they think, oh, this person don't get down like that. I bet you. Stuff like that. Like I say, a lot of people, they like to blame the victim who's going through their domestic violence, but that's not nice, and that's not really the truth of how it goes, because a person that's going through domestic violence is usually being preyed upon by someone. There is somebody who decided, let me try to find out what I think is their weak points. Let me try to find out if they got people. And I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of people that commit domestic violence, they have an entourage. And that's the reason why they are like that, because they believe that whoever they running with is more powerful, plain and simple. They have a hierarchy in their mind, and they think they could do whatever they want to do because they got the manpower or the woman power, whatever they want to associate themselves as. So you have to understand that domestic violence is a cycle, and it's predatory, just like you see people in the wild. They're not sitting around expecting to be preyed upon. They might know that it exists, but they're not sitting there expecting somebody to do something to them. And that's what happens in domestic violence. In domestic violence, a person is lured into a situation, and it's not always immediate. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not always immediate. Sometimes it's gradual. Most of the times it's gradual. The person that's committing this violence, they want to learn as much as they can about the person. They want to learn as much as they can about who the person is around, or their support system and things of that nature. And in the meanwhile, they're going to call those person names. If you allow people to call you names, then you're allowing domestic violence in your life. It don't matter who you are, how tough you are, how cool you are. If you allow somebody to call you any name that is not your given name or your nickname, or a name that you accept to be called by, that is domestic violence. That is abuse right there, plain and simple. So you have to understand that is a factor of domestic violence. That's one of the main things that starts it. That's how you usually know that you're dealing with somebody that is an abusive person. They will start by talking down on you, calling you stupid, calling you or trying to talk like you are stupid to you, trying to talk to you like you're incompetent, or try to talk to you like, duh, you don't understand normal stuff, things like that, because they want to make you believe that you are inadequate in your mind and in your real life. They want to make you believe that because they themselves don't have confidence. And so what they will do is bring other people around to try to make you feel like, damn, yeah, stuff like that. And then once it gets to the point where they notice that you are in position to leave them alone, or once it gets to a position where they know that you can leave, then they start turning it physical. That's when it becomes physical. When it becomes physical, it's because they are trying to silence something that they know they're done wrong. They're realizing, dang, I've been wrong this whole time. And they know they're wrong. It's just not like, an epiphany. No, they know they're wrong. They knew they was wrong when they did it, but they want to keep it going. That's why I tell people, and men, y'all be out there going through domestic violence too. Don't be embarrassed to admit that you're dealing with an abusive spouse. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a man's spouse or a woman's spouse, don't allow no woman to be talking down to you. If you're not talking down to her, she shouldn't be talking down to you. Now, if you're talking down to your woman, then she not saying that she's right, but she's gonna defend herself and talk down to you too. And it's the same thing, even if you decide as a victim, as a person who's on the receiving end of the abuse, you have to learn how to draw that boundary where it's like, I don't have to get on your level. I can get on your level. I can act like that. But the smartest thing is to walk away and get out of that relationship. A lot of people stay because, there's sex involved. There's kids involved. Oh, we live together. Oh, I don't know where I'm going to go or what I'm going to do. Just leave. Just leave. Just leave. Just leave. Because the longer you stay, the worse the abuse is going to get. And they're going to become a little bit more strategic in trying to make you look like you are the freaking problem, that you are the one that's the abuser. And then they're going to start drafting people, trying to make the other people think, it's this person, it ain't me, but knowing it's them. It's them. And that's how they get down. So don't let nobody fool you into being in that type of an abusive situation, and don't let nobody put you in that situation. If you get into it with somebody and you realize, don't blame yourself. Don't tell yourself, I gotta stay in it because I got myself into it. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't have to tolerate that mess. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it's not always that easy to just get up and walk away. You know what I mean? Because abusers like to control your money. They like to control your social circle. They like to control who you can and can't talk to, and they like to stay over top of you. Who you on the phone with? Who you emailing? Who you on social media messaging? Who you on? Where are you going? They like to be on your every move because they know good and well that you don't want to be with them. And they hate being lonely. Misery loves company. Don't you understand that? Misery loves company. So that miserable MFer wants you around because don't nobody else want to be around them. Don't nobody else want to be around them because people already know who they really are. They look for somebody who is unknowing, that doesn't know, and is not expecting it. So you have to be mindful. There's so many different factors that go into it, even down to their habits, my allergies. There's nothing on my nose, but it keeps feeling like something tickling my nose. But even down to the different things that they're willing to say to keep you around. They're willing to try to make you feel guilty. Oh, you said you wouldn't never leave me. Oh, I thought you loved me. Oh, you was just in it for the money. You're just in it for the sex. Oh, you just needed a place to stay. Listen, let them say whatever they want. Let them think whatever they want. Once a person disrespects you, all bets are off. No more of it. And again, I'm not trying to say it's that easy to just get up and walk away. But once you make up your mind that that's what you're going to do, and you have it in your mind how you're going to do it, it is super easy to get up and walk away. Trust me. And I'm trying to tell you, don't let nobody threaten you and tell you they're going to do this and do that to you and do that and do this to you. Don't let nobody be making no threats to you, because when a person is threatening you, they not playing. That ain't love. They serious. They just trying to figure out how they going to pull it off. That's it. That's it. Don't sit back and be like, oh, they love me. They always talk like that. I don't know who taught you what love is, but love ain't about killing you and threatening you and beating on you and draining you of your complete essence of who you are. That's not what love is. Love is a good feeling. If you sitting there and you angry, how you gonna call that love? That ain't love. You sitting there and you fuming, you sitting there with your eyes burning because you mad, like, what this person has said to me and why they said that and who they think they are. Or you to the point where you don't even want to think about it, and now you got to put on a facade as if it's okay. I don't care. Yeah, you do care. Yeah, you do care because you have the right to care about yourself. Care about yourself enough to let it go. Care enough about yourself to say, you know what? It is not going to hurt me to be single and free. It's not going to hurt me. It's that abuser that's afraid, because that abuser already knows it's going to be very hard to find somebody else to manipulate the way that they want to manipulate. And I'm going to tell you this. You will need to get some support. Go to Gemini AI and talk about your things that you're going through. Be honest. Don't be making up stories. Don't be trying to dress it up to make you look like the good guy and the abuser as a bad guy. Literally just say with the truth. And I'm telling you, sometimes you just need reinforcement from a source that's neutral, a source that's not going to judge you or make you feel bad. Just boom. A lot of people say call them hotlines. They're there to listen. I had a bad experience calling them hotlines. Them hotlines ridiculed me. Them hotlines didn't help me for shit. I would never tell nobody to call them hotlines, ever. But I will tell you, find your reliable source. If the hotline is your reliable source, then so be it. But you'll never hear me ever again say call those hotlines. Because those people at them hotlines, as far as I'm concerned, they didn't give a fuck about my situation. They didn't give a fuck about me wanting to get out of my abuser's scenario. All they cared was, wait, what happened? Wait, now tell me again. Now, start from the beginning. Now, what happened? Who was it? For real? Bitch, this ain't no fucking reality show. This is my real fucking life, bitch. Yeah, I'm calling this fucking number because somebody told me to call because you're supposed to be helpful, and you motherfuckers sitting on the other side thinking you watching a fucking dynasty love soap opera. Bitch, help and do what you get paid to do, or get your fucky ass off the phone. Fuck is wrong with you bitches? So no, for me, no. Me personally, no. I won't ever in my life pick up and call them hotlines ever again, and I won't ever tell nobody to contact them. But I will tell you, do find your reliable source, and if that is your reliable source, by all means, use it. But you ain't here for me to use it, because I'm telling you, I literally watch how they flopped my most recent domestic violence situation. I literally watched them do this shit and play the fuck around and put false stuff on my report. They put us down as being in a civil union. I'm like, what the fuck? Now all of a sudden I'm married to this motherfucker? What? What? Then they talk about some we can't change it. What the fuck you mean you can't change it? That is ink. Yes, the fuck you can. Go in your computer and dial that shit up and erase it. Or we can't unless you open the case back up. So I gotta go through more shit with this motherfucker just so I could get this paperwork fixed? Wow, y'all fucked up. Real fucked up. And I don't pray no goodness on y'all because you're evil to even have done that shit. But what I do pray is that you get your day. I pray that God will compensate you sevenfold for all the wickedness you tried to pour into my life. But guess what? I don't love you because I never gonna love no evil motherfucker. So I ain't no Christian that's gonna be walking around, I love everybody and forgive you. Oh, no. Y'all motherfuckers need to burn in hell is how I look at it. But guess what? I'm still blessed. And I make it through every time. So you could keep sending those raggedy ass motherfuckers to try to deteriorate my life. And guess what's going to happen? One day you're going to regret that you sent a motherfucker my way. I promise you that. You're going to regret ever doing that shit. But if you're somebody that is in a situation, or you know somebody that's in a situation, and I'm going to tell you, sometimes it be your own so-called friends, your own so-called fucking relatives, your sisters, your brothers, your cousins, or whoever that be sending motherfuckers after you because they can't get to you. So y'all make sure that you know who's in your real circle, who really there for you. Watch these motherfuckers, yo. Part of my lingo, but the truth is the truth is the truth. And one thing I'm gonna always do is tell y'all the truth. If you know somebody that's in an abusive relationship, some of the signs of knowing it is people that's using excessive drugs, excessive alcohols, a person that's always going around begging for money, always calling other people names, calling other people crazy or saying they're bad people, and always, like, you know, you meet somebody new and they talking about their ex all the time. You be like, that's a sign of an abuser. That's a clear sign of an abuser. Get out while you can, because they're already trying to paint you a picture that, oh, I'm just accustomed to just nah. And that's a different story if you ask and then they're talking. But if they just start talking to you, oh yeah, you know, my last person was like da 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 da, leave quickly. Watch out for these people that do rituals, putting candles all around your bed and fucking doing their little ritual love potion bull crap. It always starts out sweet. You know, oh, I love you so much, I'll do anything for you. Then they try to pull you away from anything and everybody. They even will try to ruin your work. You know, when you see them trying to mess up your job, and you see them trying to mess up things that actually can allow you to survive on your own, you are with an abuser. But when you are behind closed doors and you're in privacy with this person, and their demeanor is anything but nice and caring and kind, that is your sign. Get out of it, because that person doesn't love you. They probably don't even love their own self. And that's real talk. And I wanted to share that with y'all, not because this is no PSA or nothing like that, but simply because when it gets hot and the summertime comes, abuse climbs up more and 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 more. And people have to start using their resources and get out of those situations. And don't turn back. Don't go back for no reason. Don't believe that abuser when they say they love you. Don't believe that abuser when they say they're gonna do better things for you and give you a better life, because that is just a trap so they could bring you in, so they could do what they never got to do to you the first time. Always remember that. Stay safe and keep good people in your life.